Well, g'day everyone. Seems such a long time ago, but in YouTube it's just like that. But yeah, we left, I left Adelaide just over 2 weeks ago to do my next part of the leg, and it was too hot for my poor animals. So I was out day one, we got up to 42. I could see they were struggling a little bit, so rather than continue my adventure, we went back to Adelaide and hooked up to power over those 2 weeks, which were very hot, so it was a good call. It's still going to be a little bit warm on my adventures. We've got a 36 degree day today, but it's bearable. The animals are doing okay. And because now I've got less time to do what I need to do, I can now go and grab the odd showgrounds or caravan park to help cool the van down in those hotter parts of the day should I need it. So yeah, so here we go. Enjoy the rest of my travels or adventures. I'm in a new location. I've driven all the way back past was it Waikiri, where as far as I got last time. So now I'm at a new location which is called Wentworth, and a very significant river, the Murray, is right here with me, and a couple of other little must-see little spots. So let's go and check them out. So pretty gutted about that. One of the places I was going to visit was Rodney's or Rod's model shop, and obviously didn't do my facts. He's closed on a Monday. Damn it. Anyway, so I've just come down onto the banks of the Murray River here and caught up with a nice memorial here for Captain John Edge. He was a guy born in Shanghai, China, that came out this way, and yeah, he put his hand to a hell of a lot of things with navigating the boats and doing an emporium and bits and pieces here. So along this wharf would have been quite busy. This would have been a lot of goods coming up and down the river. I think wool and farming and produce and everything would have been some of the major stuff that was being used here. Anyway, I'm gonna have a walk across the bridge and see if I can get to the other side of the river. There's a couple of little things of interest over there. Righty-ho, I'll see if I can find some more information on this one here, but I've got a little bit. This is the paddle steamer Ruby. Now, it was built back in 1907. It weighs 205 tons. It's 130 foot long, and get this, it only draws 2.5 feet. Pretty amazing. Now, when I was in Waikiri, I mentioned the town was lit up by gaslight, but these paddle steamers, when they came up and down, they were lit up with electricity. This was one of those boats that used to go past. So yeah, pretty neat. I'll see if I can find a little bit more about it. So there you go, not much more information on that signboard apart from the fact that they've started restoring this vessel way back in 1995, and it's obviously been taking quite some effort. I guess it's because of as funds come available to do it. It wouldn't be a cheap project to do, but yeah, it's pretty neat. Oh, did you notice the lights on the front of that thing? Definitely, oh, I think they're bigger than trains. There's another little thing to point out when you're over in this little park over here. There's lots of industrial type machinery or farming type machinery over on the far side there. And there's a very special tractor that is plonked up on a pedestal here. Right, now way back in 1956 apparently there was a pretty mega flood here in town, and apparently the good old Ferguson came to play. They call it a TE20 tractor. Fergie, it's called Fergie the Grey Tractor. There it is sitting up there. It's a tribute to it saving the town. So in 1956, Australia's two mightiest rivers, the Murray and the Darling, were in flood, and low-lying Wentworth was in grave danger of being washed away. Residents, aided by an army of volunteers from nearby towns, battled the night and day to erect earthen levees, banks and walls made of hessian bag filled with sand against the floodwaters, running 4 metres, more than 13 feet above normal level. So throughout this epic struggle, their greatest ally was the humble grey Ferguson, who used as a workhorse through the, there they go. So apparently, I think, it doesn't say here, but every 5 years they actually have tractor racing. I'm not too sure whether it's just Ferguson tractor racing, but yeah, pretty cool tribute. Thanks to the Fergie. There it is, behind me. A special place I wanted to come to, and it's taken me quite a bit of effort to get here with all the heat and everything, but finally made it. On the left-hand side, we've got the Darling River, and on the right-hand side, we've got the Murray River. And this is where the Darling joins the Murray. So pretty awesome. Now my facts are all crooked as, so don't take everything. I'm sure Jude will go and have to correct things here for me, but from what I picked up is that the Darling River is the third largest river in Australia, I believe. 1,473 kilometres. Let me know if that's right. Down there on the board it says some 3,000 kilometres, but it's the largest with all its tributaries flowing into it, if you count that. So I'm not too sure of the facts on that one. We're going to have to Google that one. The Murray starts in the Snowy Mountains, and it's 2,508 kilometres, so that makes it the longest. So yeah, starts in the Snowy and goes out past where Murray Bridge, where we've been, and out onto the Hindmarsh Island. Yeah, and we saw the mouth of it. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get to this little spot. So quite special. And I think I'm going to get pretty close to the Darling River as I head further inland. So we'll catch up with it there again. But a beautiful little spot here in Wentworth. They've really put a lot of effort into really showcasing that pioneer, the history, the values of the waterways and bits and pieces. And it's a nice place to stop. Just pretty hot. Anyway, I'll see if I can get the drone up and see whether we can see a little bit better.
That put to sea, and the name of that ship was the Billy O.T. The winds blew harder, bow dip down, blow me bully boys blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Da 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 da. side harpooned and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the time is done, take our leave and go. The line was cut, no whale was freed, and the captain's mind was not on greed. But he belonged to the whalesman's creed, he took that ship in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the time is done, take our leave and go.
Well, there we go. I've called it quits for the day. Did a little bit more traveling than I expected, mainly because of the heat, and thought I'd just keep going and get that little bit closer to our next port of call. So I think we did about 520 kilometers today. Obviously I'd seen Waikerie before, and I'd wanted to touch Wentworth, of which the shop that I wanted to go was closed, but loved the river, and the bit of history around there was great. So yeah, it was another 120 odd Ks over what I wanted to do, but got to this lovely little quiet spot on the way to Broken Hill. So I think Broken Hill is only about another 100, say 20 or 30 Ks from here. So I'm going to go Silverton tomorrow. So I've got a booking in with the caravan park there, and I'll be under power. So getting here around about 5:30 tonight meant that the cats were nice and cool, and they love their drive. So they're quite happy for the cooler night. So I've got the vents open, got the side awning out just to stop that last bit of afternoon sun. Just a little rest stop, but all there is. Honestly, the amount of traffic that was on the road, probably count the cars that went past me on two hands. So very, very quiet. And sadly, I had some friends here and they've just gone and flown off. I think they were the apostles that I used to have when we first started our travel. Real characters of birds, and the cats have been sitting at the window there just watching them. So yeah, you just see pretty much nothingness. It's I think it's a salt lake of some sort maybe out here. There's nothing but a bit of stations, gone past a couple of mining sites, and tons of goats. So yeah, the goats have started. So there's not much out here. I'll see how the sun goes. Might be able to put the old the drone up for a bit of a sunset shot. But yeah, it's got a toilet. It's obviously a rest area that you can come by with the vehicle as well, and a couple of toilets which are pretty clean. They're not too bad, and rubbish bins. So yeah, until tomorrow morning. See what we get. Maybe sunset, sunrise, and sorry about the sun. Onwards. I'll go and cook tea tonight.